Hello scrapbooking world, welcome back to Masculine Scrapping. Always love that you're watching my videos. Today I'm going to be showing you a spread I had for spring break of 2021. I was down in Florida. I stopped and spent a day or two with my aunt, and she took me in a lot of fun places to eat. So on this side we have a restaurant called Sea Watch, and apparently one of my relatives helped to build this building way back when. We actually just stopped there for dessert, and I had some amazing key lime pie there. But you can see, beautiful. We had a balcony view. It was a little cool, but definitely worth being there and watch the sunset. So that was a fun experience. I showed you earlier a video of making the water taxi page, and I said we stopped for lunch. Well, we stopped at the 15th Street Fisheries for lunch, and this is pictures from that location, right where we were eating, and you can see our pretty amazing food here. I made this logo with my Cricut machine, the fish and all these pieces, and I have already kind of pre-matted excuse me, a lot of these things, just because that takes time. You'll notice on this one I did a lot of border cutting, so you can see all four of these corners on the photographs have been cut out, and I did that mostly to match the logo sheet here that I had made. Notice on this one I've put the four and they're touching together, and I have just circled the four edges, not the inside ones, and that's a technique to kind of pull all of those pictures together. So let's work on putting this together. Again, like I said, that's already been pre-matted, and I'm going to put these on a little differently. Instead of gluing them, stick them to the page and then maybe missing, I'm actually going to put some along the back edge of this one, and then press that onto there, and then that way I know that I'm not gonna miss some of it. If you can see here as I'm putting these on, I'm gonna cross this just to make sure it doesn't come apart. There we go, line it up using the corners. Okay. Make sure this is looking good before I put the tape down. Yep, I like the way that looks. Using the 9 points, kind of think about this like a tic-tac-toe, and put a little tape in each box. I'm using the mat here with the lines to help me make sure this is square. There we go. And I say this every time, but use an old photograph to press down. Keeps you from getting fingerprints on your pictures, and also does not scratch the photographs while you're doing that. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. I want to get as much as I can. Now these borders, I have to be honest, this is usually just leftover I want to do it this way. Leftover cuts from other projects, so you often see some very similar colors in pages that are close to each other, because I'm using the leftovers to create these borders rather than cutting full sheets of paper. I don't like to do that. Don't know why, but I like to keep the full sheets for when I'm going to need a full sheet. So we keep all of our scraps until they get so small that it's just not worth keeping them. And the way I sort my paper is I have plastic boxes. I think we have 15 of them for different colors, and then we have a second set of 15 where we keep all the scraps, so I can go in and pull from those pretty easily. Okay, I'm laying everything out just to make sure I like the way it looks, and I'm going to have it next to this one so I can make sure when they're together it looks pretty good. So I feel pretty good about this. We'll get this one taped down. I'll just use 6 points on that. And There we go. Feel pretty good about that. Always trying to remember where I put the tabs, so I only am pressing in those places. I don't want to press on too many points. Okay, now this logo, because it's made out of extra thick paper, I'm going to put an extra tab right behind it just to help keep it on. You can see how heavy it is. It's flopping a little bit, so I want to make sure that it's going to be well attached. If you don't attach those things well, as people are looking at the books and they flop back and forth, they really can become disconnected. So there we go. Sea-Watch Restaurant, 15th Street Fisheries, great places to eat. I'd recommend both of them. Have key lime pie at Sea-Watch. Take care, everybody. Keep scrapbooking, and I'm looking forward to seeing your projects.